Welcome to Kyle Anthony's UFC betting show. I am Kyle Anthony and welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the bet review show for UFC on ESPN 10. Cynthia Calvillo versus Jessica I. We had 6 plays overall that we gave out here, and 3 of them were free, 3 of them were for my clients. Overall going 5-1. Very profitable night overall, so we're going to get into all of that. But before I do want to say I am going away next week. But I'm actually going to still be releasing my plays on Tuesday, my client plays. Also, as well as I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do the prediction show. So what I'm going to do is release my client plays as I normally do. I already have 2 plays that I like, looking at a third that I want to release for next week. And then I'm going to have throughout, follow me on Twitter at Kyle Anthony UFC. I'm going to have some free plays. I'm probably going to just give them out through Twitter and not have an actual show. Like I said, I'm going away, so not sure if I'm going to have time. But we'll have time to, of course, put money down on our client plays. So we'll have those released on Tuesday. Definitely take a look at that. And if you like this, also subscribe, give it a thumbs up, get involved in the channel, as well as follow me on Twitter. Always appreciate the support there. So what we're going to talk about first is our client plays that we did have. And we went 2-1 on our client plays. So basically going over those, we had first Jordan Espinosa to defeat Mark De La Rosa. This was a fight here, and if you want to check the write-up, go check it out on Wagertalk. This is a fight here where really like Espinosa's movement. I mean, there's a lot to like about a guy that has a couple losses on his record, but really has shown a lot of great skill. And a big thing also was he was going to set up a lot of his combinations with a jab. With the jab, kind of working from the outside with that jab, keeping things going forward, moving around the cage, great footwork. And the thing about De La Rosa was, yes, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, has those credentials, but it's another spot where a guy just doesn't have the ability to take somebody down. And, you know, we talked about that in past fights also, as well as where there's a guy that, hey, he's a Jiu-Jitsu specialist. He's very good when he's in the clinch, but just doesn't have the takedown ability. That was what I saw with De La Rosa here. We had Espinosa at a -155, got a good price there, got ahead of the money there because it ended up moving up to fight night around -170. So we got the -155 price on him. And he went out there and just picked apart De La Rosa for 3 rounds. It was a very easy victory, very comfortable victory. You saw at the end, De La Rosa was trying to throw some big strikes to just kind of wing it there. But the great footwork, the great combinations, the fast hand speed that we talked about on my write-up, that was going to be a great spot for us to get a victory. So we did cash in on Jordan Espinosa at -155. The other play that we had was Andre Fili to defeat Charles Jourdain. And this was a fight here where I really liked everything about Fili. And the thing about him is the competition level was very different. Who Charles has faced compared to who Fili had faced is just such a different, totally different level. And just that the fact that Fili overall has better striking, completely better striking, better combinations. The big thing that for Jourdain was going to be the fact that he's got the big bomb. He's going to look for the big shot. He's going to consistently look for the big shot. And he actually looked a lot better, I gotta say, than I thought he would. This was gonna be us really getting in front of the number again. He's -215. It went up to almost a -240 come fight night. So again, we got a good price, the best price we could on Fili. And I didn't like what I saw. That first round, it looked great. I mean, I really liked what Fili was doing, working his boxing, working his striking from the outside, good movement. But they even talked about at the end, and if you were listening also to the announcers, you know, it showed that something was up with the right hand of Fili, which was just his power hand. And they definitely were saying something was off. I wasn't really sure. It looked like from maybe that second to into the beginning of that second all the way through the rest of the fight, didn't look like he really threw that. And then he talked about at the end that he kind of jammed up his arm from those big power shots that Jourdain was throwing, basically those big leg kicks that he was blocking using his right arm. Definitely slowed down Fili, but he went out there and he started using some of that team alpha male wrestling when he needed to. Good timing, good spots there. So overall, it was another win for us. I really liked what I saw from Fili. I think that Fili is the kind of guy that is going to take a step up in competition level in his next fight. He had some tough fights down, definitely very recent, but in this spot here, this was a big step down for him. He goes out there, gets us the decision victory, makes us cash in there. The one we did not win, the only one we did not win on last night was Kevin Aguilar versus Charles Rosa, and we had Aguilar at a -165. That was another one. We were ahead of the price there. It went up to a -190 come fight night, so we were definitely getting the best of each number as well as some great fighters behind that. And this was a spot here that the thing I liked about Aguilar was he's got power, he's got good footwork, he actually has good takedown defense, good movement, and normally a pretty good output. And that's something that he absolutely did not do last night, where there were spots that I thought that he could really start laying it on. Rosa gave him a lot of space. Although Rosa moved around, I would say that for a very small cage, he definitely moved around very well. I mean, Rosa was able to kind of get out of some of those spots. Whole time I thought that Aguilar was walking him down. I thought Aguilar really, took control of the center of the octagon for most of that fight. And in that second round, I really thought that he was actually looking pretty good. There was a couple spots there that Rosa did land some shots at the end of that second, may have turned it a little bit because I thought that it was going to be that first and second was going to be Aguilar and the boxing of him. But again, he just was not having that output. The output was not there for Aguilar. That, I think, was a complete difference maker. Definitely going on these judgings, the way these judges have been that we've seen. I really thought that he did enough to go out there, get that victory, get that decision victory. They said split decision. I got a little nervous, and then they ended up saying Rosa got it. Did not agree with it. Maybe I'm biased. You guys let me know what you thought, but I thought that Aguilar actually had enough to get that victory. So we go 2-1 on our client plays. Now we went 3-0 on our free plays, and we talked about our prediction show. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the main event of the evening between Jessica Eye and Cynthia Calvillo. We had Calvillo, we had it again, a great price before the market moved. We got a -110, and that moved up to a -130, somewhere around there. And we also bet Cynthia Calvillo to win via decision, which was +215. Got a great number there as well. So in this fight here, this was a situation where I was breaking down this fight. There was not much to like, in my opinion, about Jessica Eye. I mean, she's got that brawler mentality. She likes to move forward, but very simplistic with her striking. Doesn't really do anything creative, doesn't really bring much to the table, doesn't have a ground game, susceptible to being taken down, and as well as Calvillo herself has elevated her striking, and I think that showed a lot in that 5-round fight, that her striking is definitely coming around. Again, not like Jessica Eye is this great striker, but Calvillo was really predominantly a grappler, and she's starting to really put it together. And in this spot here, she continued to find spots to get Eye to the ground, push forward, have good combinations, disguise her takedowns behind nice combinations. I thought she looked fantastic. I mean, it was a sweeping, easy winner for Calvillo overall. But when it started getting into that 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I said, she may choke this girl out. And it wouldn't be the greatest thing because I was really figuring that this would be a great spot for her to go decision. But she just kept, and again, a part that I liked why I would go decision is because Jessica Eye is tough. She's absolutely tough. I mean, a lot of it could be where people watching the fight with Shevchenko, where she got obliterated in that 2nd round and completely knocked out. But besides for that, it's hard to put Jessica Eye away. She is a tough girl. So that was part of why, hey, in this capping, I like this going to the decision. So we're able to cash in on both of those free plays there. Jessica Eye to win -115, -110, and then to win by decision +215, able to cash in there. And then the last one that we had was Marvin Vettori to defeat Carl Robertson. We had Vettori -225. That was as best price as we could get here. But the thing that I liked, and again, why we bet this, some people don't like, betting up or paying up, was just all around Vettori's better than Robertson. I mean, there's just not a lot to like about Robertson overall. Great striking. I think he could be really great. The only thing is he is just overly susceptible to the ground game. You've seen it through the last bunch of fights that he just doesn't have what it takes to really find himself when he's got his back to the ground and someone's on top of him. He doesn't have the way to really escaping. He's not very good at that. He actually tried to bring that to Vettori, which I thought was interesting. Maybe trying to throw Vettori out of his game and try to get top control on Vettori and hoping that's going to work. But that actually completely backfired on Robertson because Vettori has a good ground game, has good striking. He's a brawler kind of guy, but he also brings a lot to the table in general, just of his complete striking skill set. So in this spot here, he goes out there, he just dominates completely, gets the submission victory, beats Robertson. We cash in there as well. So with this night, we went 5-1 overall, cashed in, very profitable night overall. Once again, glad that we're able to go out there and able to get you guys a couple winners and another profitable night. So again, I will have my client plays will be out Tuesday night. I will have those released on Wagertalk. Also, prediction show on Tuesday will probably not be happening, so I want to make sure you guys aren't looking for that. But if you want to check out some of my free plays, follow me at Kyle Anthony UFC on Twitter. I'm going to release a couple plays throughout the week on stuff that I like, and we can kind of get into conversations there. And that is it. So that is the prediction show. Hope you guys, again, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, follow, all that good crazy stuff. And we will keep bringing you winners. It's definitely been a great year for me. Profitable year for me. We got to keep it going. Again, it's always great. May pop some Dom Perignon later, maybe, but got to go back to the capping. Got to go back to making money. Kyle Anthony's UFC betting show, and I'll see you next time.